Hey, welcome to it's spring break, I guess, week down of the course. I'll keep this really short just because I'll be making another video announcement at the beginning of next week. I just wanted to make sure everybody was really clear on the due dates for the work for this week. This is, you should be, this video, I'm making this video on Monday, but it'll become available to you on, I don't know, sometime around midnight tonight for Tuesday. So you're probably looking at this on Tuesday the 15th. Nonetheless, though, this is spring break week, so there is no work that's been assigned for this week. But what I did do is go ahead and open up week 10's assignments, but you'll have essentially all the assignments that were due. You just follow the due dates, basically. I went ahead and opened up next week's assignments in case people wanted to have a look at them. I will certainly drop back in and make another reminder Tuesday announcement next week to let people know, once again, what the work is for the week. Essentially, you're going to continue to break the reading of Fool's Crow up into about 3 parts. So you'll just continue reading on in Fool's Crow, and but none of the work is actually going to be due until like March 28th or something like that. So like 2 weeks from the time from today or so. Anyway, real quick, I noticed not a whole lot of you have taken part in the discussion questions. I guess maybe it was a bit cruel of me to make things due before just, at the beginning of spring break, but it's kind of, spring break is really tough to do with sort of online courses in a way. I never know quite when to break it up. So just keep, I'm really happy that so many people have read Fool's Crow and enjoy it. Sometimes some people find this text to be difficult to read. I guess it just changes from semester to semester. But I do want to say that I think people are really understanding the text very well. And that's shown up and I have read all through the discussion posts that were posted as of, sometime this morning, a couple of hours ago when I took a read. I just want to say the only thing I noticed that keeps coming up, and it's just, maybe it's just like a pet peeve of mine, but there absolutely, positively is no such thing as a monolithic American Indian culture or the Native American culture or the American Indian culture. I think it should be quite obvious by now that the Blackfeet, or the Begunny Band of the Blackfeet Confederation, the people that James Welch is from, and the people, his own people that he's writing about within a very specific sort of historical context about, a very short couple of year context, just over a year, the entire text will sort of take place. It's very specific to Blackfeet culture. It's Blackfeet culture is in many ways as foreign to me as a Cherokee person or as foreign to any other non-Blackfeet reader as it is, whether they be, having have a connection to a tribal community or not, right? So just keep in mind, there is no such thing as the Native American or a American Indian culture. There are 560 some odd different federally recognized tribes. There's another probably infinite number of tribes that were never sort of recognized or who may have quite possibly, that were never sort of recognized federally, but still continue to exist. So, it's so difficult, I think, for us to understand sometimes the multiplicity of culture of this place. And I also think, and what it was like at the founding of Columbus and even what it's like today. This part of the world, this geographic location in which we live has always abounded with a multitude of different cultures, different languages, different ways of being. This is one of the most dynamic places on earth before European Americans ever showed up. And it will be one of the most dynamic places on earth long after whatever we know as being European American has vanished from the face of this earth. I sincerely know that to be true because that's what history has taught us about this particular place. And it's still changing. And culture sometimes makes people scared. Culture sometimes makes people react in ways that maybe they shouldn't. But I think it's important for us, maybe today more so than any other day, as we live in this part of the world, to remember that difference is a part of this place, and we must learn to, it is imperative for the survival of all of the cultures of this place that we recognize that difference and that we see the value in that difference. And so as you're reading Fool's Crow, please keep in mind that this is about, these people are very specific to the Begunny. I see some behaviors of the Begunny, especially the male Begunnies in this text, the male Blackfeet characters in this text, that I sometimes find reprehensible, right? I think one of our students referred to it as sort of sadism and lust, right? Yellow Kidney makes, everybody is weak and everybody makes mistakes. You know, and I see in some of the behaviors, you know, it is difficult, right, for me to read this text sometimes and see some of the behaviors of the characters. So Blackfeet weren't perfect, Cherokees aren't perfect, no culture is ever perfect, and there are always sort of bad behaviors. But it's important for us to remember that we learn from, and that all people sort of make mistakes. And that it is from this tragedy that we begin to sort of rebuild our lives and go on and survive into the future. Hopefully, you know, somehow or another learning from our mistakes. But I think these mistakes will, but keep in mind that mistakes will continue to sort of be made. This has gone on far too long for a short announcement, so I'm going to cut it short. There is no work for this week. I will see you guys again next Tuesday. The assignments that are opened up for week 10 will not be due for at least 2 weeks. I want you all, as much as possible, to enjoy your spring break. Be careful, and we'll talk to you next week. Okay, thanks. Much stuff. Bye.